welcome to our annual children's concert. This is Wesleyan University Orchestra sitting in front of you. We are very, very happy that you were able to tune in and join us on this afternoon of music. So, the first piece you heard just now was composed for a solo piano by a 19th century German composer Felix Mendelssohn. A cool thing about Felix and his family in general, that both him and his sister Fanny were exceptionally gifted in music. Yeah, so they were kind of, child prodigies with exceptional talents and skills as both as pianists and composers. So, speaking of superpowers, who else possesses superpowers? Somebody here? Macy, do you have any superpowers? We did not rehearse that, so anyway. Who do you think may possess superpowers? Work with me here. Wizards, thank you so much. And all other, all kinds of fantastic beasts. And this brings us to a very exciting announcement. This year we were able to collaborate with 5 young artists from our very own community who have created 5 marvelous works of art that were inspired by music in general or the pieces from our concert in particular. Our first featured artist, Maya, drew her inspiration from the Fantastic Beasts series. And you will also notice that Maya's beasts are not only good at magic and other supernatural mischief, they are also musically inclined, and they parade through the streets playing a wide variety of musical instruments. So the next piece that we're going to play for you is a medley from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The score was written by James Newton Howard, but this particular selection also contains Hedwig's theme by John Williams, who is, by the way, celebrating his 90th birthday this year. So happy birthday to John Williams, and we hope you enjoy Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Minor technical difficulty, but we're still here. Don't go anywhere. Here. Okay. All right. So we will continue with a couple more pieces by Mendelssohn. This next piece that you will hear was first part of a 6 children's pieces for piano. This was a gift that Felix wrote for the children of his wife's cousin, whom they were visiting at that time in London. So this piece gives several beautiful melodies to the flute, among other instruments, and the sound of this beautiful instrument inspired our next featured artist, Arjun, to create this bright, exciting drawing of a flute. So we hope you enjoy. Thank you very much. The next piece is a theme from yet another formerly solo piano work, a theme and variations. So what does it imply? What kind of a musical genre is that? I'm sure you all know one of probably the most popular themes and variations out there, which is something that all children, yes, Twinkle Twinkle, exactly. Yeah. So first we present a melody in its original form, and then we see how we can alter this melody with introducing different rhythms to it, maybe changing the tempo, maybe even playing it backwards or upside down. There are so many things you can introduce to a theme. So we will now hear that theme in B flat, and we will not have time to hear all the variations, but your assignment is to see how you may want to alter this particular melody to make it new, but yet recognizable. So the theme in B flat. One other genre of music that Felix Mendelssohn was quite famous for is songs without words. He certainly did have quite a gift for a melody, and he felt like, words were just not that necessary, in order to sing on the piano. Well, a good thing about songs without words is that you never have to worry about forgetting the lyrics, right? Yeah, because you can just come up with something else, right, and keep singing. So the last three pieces that we are going to perform for you from the Felix Mendelssohn selection are three songs without words. They're quite different in character. First one is a spring song from a book that was dedicated to Clara Schumann, the wife of composer Robert Schumann, and Clara herself was a marvelous pianist and composer too. The second song was dedicated to Felix's sister Fanny to celebrate the birth of her son, and then we will close with a very fast-paced and cheerful dance, Tarantella. So three more songs without words by Felix Mendelssohn. This brings us to the very last piece on the program, not the last event of the afternoon, but the last piece of music that we're going to play for you. This is the medley from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, written by Danny Elfman, who also wrote music for the Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands, Corpse Bride, Charlotte's Web, Alice in Wonderland, Frankenweenie, and Dumbo, and a whole bunch of other movies you shouldn't be watching yet. But this piece of music will also feature 3 more artists who were very much inspired by the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory film, and by the music and the characters in the movie as well. So this is a selection of themes from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. introduce the orchestra to you. Clarinets, horns, brass, please stand. Flute solo, please. Percussion. Violas. And the cello. And the first. Thank you very much for tuning in. We usually conclude our children's concerts with a musical instrument petting zoo right on this stage, but since you are not here temporarily, we do have a pre-recorded video which you will see. Right now, it's a 5-minute video where you will meet some of the students in the orchestra and also learn some very cool stuff about the instruments that they're playing. So, once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and goodbye. Say bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. That's it, just one.
Cool thing about the viola is that it does have 3 strings that are the same on the viola and the violin. The A string, the D string, and the G string. But it has 1 string that's lower than any of the violin strings, the C string. And that low C is what makes the viola really unique in the orchestra.
My name is Andrea and I play the B-flat clarinet. There are actually over 10 different kinds of clarinets, and each one has its own slight variation in keys. The most common type of clarinet is the B-flat clarinet, which is pictured here.
Hello, my name is Akash. I play the cello. This modern cello has 4 strings, but 5-string cellos were common in Germany in the 1600s and 1700s.
Hi, my name is Arpi and I play the violin. A fun fact about the violin is that its modern design has been around for over 500 years.
The double bass. Did you know that the bass is called the double bass because it doubles the bass line?
Hello, my name is Ella and I play the cello. This is a picture of the Amati King cello, which is the oldest surviving cello in the world. It was made in the 1500s, making it almost 500 years old.
Hello, my name is Alyssa and I play the violin. Did you know that it takes over 70 pieces of wood to make one of these little guys? Usually they're made from spruce or maple wood. Yep, the same tree that we get our maple syrup from.
Hi, I'm Matt. I play the cello. Now, what's interesting about the cello is its name, cello. The full name of this instrument is actually the violoncello. Now, violone is a big viola, but cello literally means little. So, the actual name of this instrument is the small, big viola.
Hi, I'm Joanna, and this is a viola. And a fun fact you might not know about the viola is that the viola and the cello have the exact same strings. They play the same notes, except the violas are 1 octave higher.
Hello, my name is Isabella. I play the cello. Something really interesting about the cello is that it has the same range as the human voice. So out of all the instruments, the cello sounds most similar to our human voice.
Hi, my name is Lucy and I play the violin. And did you know that after about an hour of playing, you should have burned about 170 calories?
Next time you think about working out at the gym, think about playing the violin.